The concept of a mixed economy is arguably the most prevalent and practical economic system in the world today. Intuitively, it's like a blend or a compromise between the two extremes of pure capitalism and pure socialism, or command economy. Think of it as a recipe that takes the best ingredients from both capitalist and socialist approaches to create a more balanced and functional economic system. The intuitive idea of a mixed economy. Imagine a society that wants the dynamism, innovation, and efficiency that come from private businesses and free markets, the capitalist ingredients. People want to be able to start their own businesses, make choices about what they buy, and benefit from competition driving down prices. But at the same time, this society recognizes that pure capitalism can lead to significant inequality, market failures, and a lack of essential services for everyone. They want a safety net, public goods, and a degree of fairness that isn't always guaranteed by the market alone, the socialist ingredients. So the chefs, policymakers, governments decide to combine these. Private enterprise thrives. Most businesses are privately owned and operate for profit, driven by supply and demand. This allows for innovation, variety, and responsiveness to consumer desires. Government steps in where needed. The government doesn't control everything, but it intervenes in specific ways to provide public goods. Things like national defense, roads, street lights, and basic research that markets often underprovide because it's hard to charge individuals for them. Address market failures. This means regulating monopolies, controlling pollution, or providing healthcare and education to ensure everyone has access, even if they can't afford market rates. Redistribute income. Using taxes and social welfare programs, like unemployment benefits, food stamps, public pensions, to create a safety net and reduce extreme poverty. Stabilize the economy. Using fiscal, government spending and taxation, and monetary, interest rates and money supply policies to manage inflation, unemployment, and economic growth. The mix can vary significantly from one country to another, like different versions of the same recipe. Some mixed economies lean more towards capitalism, e.g. the United States, while others lean more towards socialism, e.g. the Scandinavian countries. Suitable economic examples. Virtually all modern economies are mixed economies, varying in their degree of mix. 1. The United States. Often perceived as highly capitalist, the US is a prime example of a mixed economy. Capitalist elements. Strong emphasis on private ownership, free markets, entrepreneurship, and profit motive. Socialist government intervention elements. Social safety nets. Social security, Medicare, healthcare for seniors, Medicaid, healthcare for low-income individuals, unemployment benefits, food stamps. Regulation. Environmental protection, EPA. Financial regulation, SEC. Consumer safety, FDA. Public goods. Vast public education system, national parks, extensive highway infrastructure, national defense. 2. India. A classic example of a mixed economy that leaned heavily towards socialist planning post-independence, then liberalized significantly. Historical socialist elements, large public sector, state-owned enterprises in banking, heavy industry, telecommunications, railways, central planning. Current mixed elements. While still having a significant public sector, India has embraced market reforms, attracting private and foreign investment, and allowing free enterprise in many sectors. However, the government still plays a major role in social welfare, infrastructure, and strategic industries. 3. Scandinavian countries, e.g., Sweden, Norway, Denmark. Often cited as social democratic economies, they represent a mix that leans more towards the socialist side while retaining strong market principles. Capitalist elements, vibrant private sectors, competitive export-oriented industries, strong property rights. Socialist government intervention elements. Universal social services. Comprehensive universal healthcare, free or heavily subsidized, education from preschool to university, generous unemployment benefits, extensive childcare support, high taxation. To fund these services, taxes are generally much higher than in more capitalist-leaning mixed economies. Strong labor unions, significant collective bargaining and worker protections. Unknown/less common facts about mixed economies. 1. The third way. The term mixed economy became particularly prominent after World War II, as many countries sought a third way between the perceived failures of unregulated capitalism leading to the Great Depression and the rigidities of Soviet-style command economies. It was an intellectual and practical response to the challenges of the 20th century. 2. Not a fixed point. A country's mix is constantly evolving. Political shifts, economic crises, and technological advancements can all lead to changes in the balance between market forces and government intervention. For instance, the UK under Margaret Thatcher saw a significant shift towards more capitalist elements, privatization, while the US saw more government intervention during the New Deal era. 3. The embedded liberalism era. Post-World War II, many developed mixed economies operated under a concept called embedded liberalism, where free international trade and finance were allowed, but embedded within a framework of national social welfare states and domestic regulation. This aimed to harness the benefits of globalization while protecting citizens from its harsher impacts. 4. The challenge of crowding out. A lesser-known challenge in mixed economies is the potential for crowding out. This occurs when extensive government borrowing to fund public programs or investments reduces the amount of capital available for private investment, potentially slowing down private sector growth. 5. The hybrid vigor analogy. Just as hybrid plants can be more robust than their purebred parents, some economists argue that mixed economies possess a hybrid vigor. They can leverage the efficiency and innovation of markets while mitigating their shortcomings through government intervention, leading to more stable and equitable growth than either pure system could achieve alone. However, finding the optimal mix remains a perpetual debate. In essence, the mixed economy is a pragmatic approach that recognizes the strengths and weaknesses of both market-driven and centrally planned systems, attempting to combine their benefits while minimizing their drawbacks.